Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Now, this is your last warning that this is not a child-friendly stream. Not even remotely. If you are a child, turn off now. If you have a child who's watching this stream, you sick, deranged person, get them off this channel. Not suited. Well, yeah, maybe other stuff on the channel. This is our live play channel. We're playing a game today that is a mix of rule books I haven't got in front of me because they've been moved over Christmas. Oh, god damn it. Hang on. They're here. All is saved. We do the thing where we get these two rule books and we mash them together like it's one game. Except today's session will be mostly in this one, I think. Because when last seen, our players were in Japan and they had to hurriedly get back to London. So they went to a teleport station and one of them was unfortunate. Now, here's the thing. I've been trying to run a solo adventure for Jason over the Christmas break, haven't had the chance. Situation has not arisen where it was possible. So I posed the question earlier, do you guys all want to miss teleport? Because I don't want to do a separate session. So either you all miss teleport, or I don't make it so severe and it's just a train ride back. And they didn't answer, so I've decided for them. Because I want to keep the party together, you know. So, you get teleported and you appear in a dark room. I'll describe this room, if I may, before you come in, and then you can introduce your characters and who you are and everything else. But I want to do a little bit of description before I forget to do it, because that's my nemesis, forgetting to describe shit. So, you are in a darkly lit room with a flickering luminescent light overhead. On one wall is dirt that's just smeared and stained from years of neglect. The other wall is much the same, but there's some bit of paper that's been blue tacked up, looks like a rotor for washing up. And on the one wall, that wall there, we've done these two, now we're on this wall, is an industrial looking kitchen. Like it's got, you know, cookers and fridges and stuff. It's like a big kitchen area, but very industrial, very functional. The room you are in has rows of tables and chairs that look uncomfortable and cheap, like the kind of chairs they use in primary schools. And on the room behind you is a clock, above which is written this. Now, where I've got underscores, that is where there is a blank. I just wanted to make sure the spacing was even. So, that is the room you're in. That wall with the clock, it says 9:05. The clock hasn't moved, you think. The second hand isn't ticking. It just says 9:05 continually. It's a dirty, grubby wall, and it has on it a set of double type fire doors with those hinges you get in doors that automatically shut them. Little glass panel with the meshing inside. So, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Okay, well, I can go first. I play Kevin Bootle, who's a security guard, quite inept and struggling with what's been going on lately. But he is a big game player, and his character's name in Worldcraft is Kelrig, who's a barbarian fighter type, not particularly subtle.
I guess I'm going next then. So I am playing a slightly underweight hacking individual who, after coming out of his general disorientation of the teleport, looks around and says to himself in a very husk voice, huskier than usual. You have arrived in a dark room. In front of you are 3 directions: north, south, and Dennis.
North, south, and what?
Dennis.
Dennis.
It's a Homestar Runner reference.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it. I feel like an idiot now.
Hi, Ronnie here. I am playing the de facto leader of this band, or at least he thinks he is. Consummate professional and Japanese bonmot and connoisseur Dale Regan, who understands the Japanese mindset like no one else. Or, yeah, I'm sure it's that. That it's those words, maybe not in that order. His World of Warcraft character is the highly effective elf cleric Talus Nightingale, who absolutely believes he is God-gift. He hasn't quite realized that, he might be coming to the end of his ability to actually do anything.
End of his ability. I haven't seen him cast a heal yet. In fact, last I heard, he hadn't actually learned how to memorize his spells.
I have my spells. I'm ready.
I did think that was classic, though, the fact that you were playing a cleric and hadn't figured out how how the spells worked yet, so you hadn't got any spells. And you didn't tell me this. You just played without spells. It fitted the character perfectly. Right.
He does have spells now.
Okay.
And just to say, hi, Stephen. Yes, I have recovered.
Yes, let's say hi to our viewer, Steve Ross, but we're also joined this week by another viewer. It's Epion Gaming, who I've been playing a Corporation RPG with. He's playing Agent Hauser, which we're both players in a game that's being run by James Norbury. So, shout out
Hello,
to me
Epion.
there. Playing for James Norbury. Oh, yeah.
And as correctly said, always go Dennis.
So, any ideas as to what this little clue is that's up on the wall?
Well, I'm thinking best.
That middle word there is probably penis or something. Cause
I'm thinking more penitentiary.
I thought that.
A what?
Penitentiary. Prison.
Oh, like a penis prison.
Well, it's certainly. You don't want to go in there half cocked.
Got it. So we're in a prison kitchen. So what's the middle word?
New men's? Non-men's penitentiary? That would rather kick your penis idea into touch.
Aye.
Best Boston women's penitentiary?
You could have that.
Made a
Would
point
fit.
there.
Damn, I'm good. Stevie, that's up to you. That's you. That's you. That's down to you, mate.
Yeah. Actually, it's to do with Tory penises, but carrying on. No, I'm kidding. So, what do you do?
Does it look like it's been trashed fairly recently, or has it just kind of gone into dust over time?
The walls, if you're going to go and check them, do you want to kind of run your finger on them?
Yeah, I'll definitely run my finger along, say, the cooker or something like that.
Oh, if you're going to go into the kitchen itself, yeah, sure. Okay, so in the kitchens, this is all like the usual industrial metal type look. It's very functional. The cookers are gas cookers, so they've got gas bottles underneath and stuff. The fridge is kind of like a walk-in fridge, but there's like a separate standalone one also in the main kitchen area. So you guess maybe they got like it's a walk-in freezer really. and then some fridges, a chest fridge, and then a sort of stand-up fridge freezer in the kitchen area itself. So maybe that's for keeping things close to hand. There's banks of places like worktops in kind of rows, and the washing up sinks. Again, there's kind of rows of them, and stuff. There's no food currently prepared, per se, but if you run your finger along the grease that's everywhere throughout these entire 2 rooms, what you quickly determine is that the top layer of grease is quite recent, and the bottom layer of grease is quite old.
Well, there's certainly no iron brew served here. Not even any battered Mars bars.
All of the knives and sharp implements appear to be kept in a locked cupboard, which is currently locked, although it does have a large number of dents in the cupboard.
Last time I smelt fat like that, it was leaking out of a used condom.
What the fuck have you had sex with?
Kevin's going to wander over to the clock.
I've managed to shot the GM.
No, I was just trying to work out if it was your own or not.
She'll get you back.
I'm not saying that.
Kevin wants to walk over to the clock, give it a tap, and a listen.
Okay, you listen. It's absolutely dead. If you care to lift it off the wall, it's just kind of hung up there with a plastic nail. The battery has leaked. Looks like the battery leaked 8 years ago, but it was then removed anyway. So you can see all the scum from the leak, but the battery is no longer in there.
In that case, we don't even know what time it is. I'll throw it down on the table.
Well, maybe we do. I suddenly think of my computer.
You've all got PDAs.
They're not PDAs.
You've all got PDAs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I was thinking was that it would automatically update with satellite, what satellites would say is the time.
If you pull out any kind of PDA computer or phone, it's going to say, do you want to change your time zone to the current time zone?
And I'll go, yes.
Okay. So, it is therefore 5 p.m.
Does it tell us what time zone it is?
Yeah, I think it's Eastern Standard Time. Just check.
If you're talking American Boston, then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
That
Boston. Yeah, it's about 8 hours.
Well, we only had a short time to get from Japan to London, but we've missed, overshot, and gone to Boston.
Yeah. Adjusting for time zones, you're due at work in 5 minutes.
Gentlemen, I hate to break this with headline grabbing news, but I've got a feeling we're going to be late for work.
You could be right.
Well, we might as well find a computer, play some World of Warcraft, and wait for all this to blow over.
Do you think that'll work?
It's been 12 hours since your fix, has it?
It'll be fine.
Right.
It'll have me calm my nerves.
Listen, if we're right, and this is a women's prison, I would suggest we go.
Where? We're in
Out
Boston.
of this prison, first of all.
I mean, is there some kind of sky bridge in Boston, or?
Well, to get back to the
Right.
we're going to need another teleport.
First of all, we need to get out of this prison. Do you understand that this is a women's prison? At the moment, we are free roaming men.
Well, It's not like we're dangerous or anything. We've just come out
We're
of the
not
teleporter.
dangerous. We will be preyed upon.
And it's traditionally not that easy to get out of a prison. I think that is sort of.
Yes, but they do assume that anyone attempting to break out of here who's meant to be in here doesn't have a penis.
I
We
always
might be able to get round them on that score.
well
Because
certainly
we're clearly not women.
in terms of what I've watched, they just tend to get it off with each other. But
Yes, I think that's what they call make, do, and mend.
Yes, I mean, we don't need to hear about your hobbies now, actually, Danny, but
I think it's quite relevant at the moment, because if they're perhaps a bit more docile than Dale is thinking, then it'll be easier to get through them all. But yeah, I see your point. We have to get out of here.
yeah. Okay.
What the fuck are you expecting them to be docile about? The only way you're making these people in here docile is if we knacker ourselves in literal terms from now to the fucking front door. Now, I don't know what kind of pills you've been popping lately, but I don't have the stamina for that shit.
It's the
I might have the will, but I don't
teleporter,
have the means, the way.
This is
We
not
gotta
the
get out of
way.
here. No.
So
Okay, so where to?
if it's about 5 in the evening, that might give us some time if they've already had the food. Otherwise, this haven't yet. This could be a very bad place to be. Very short.
Hey, I was just about to say they haven't had their food yet.
Yeah,
Nothing's been prepared.
we need to get the fuck out now.
Okay, north-south, Dennis.
There's just the one double door out of here, a wooden door with a little glass panel with the mesh stuff in it.
Let us peek out. Let us peek through the mesh.
Okay. You peek through the mesh down the corridor beyond. The corridor goes down a little way with a right-hand T-junction coming off of it. From that T-junction, you can see a pool of dark liquid. You can't make out what it is from here, though. Also beyond, the lighting beyond, it's very low light. And again, off of that T-junction, there is a red light flashing.
Ah. Well, something's
What the fuck
happened.
is this? A fucking prison or a brothel?
No,
Is
it's
this a
probably
fucking
an alarm.
Prison's red light fucking district.
I believe in America bad things are red, so aye, that means a bad thing's happened.
And today's hot topic political commentary comes from
Red thing good. Red thing bad, green thing good.
orange thing, very bad.
Can we just try the door, see if it pushes open?
It's locked.
Oh,
It's not just locked, but if you listen at the door, you hear that there's an alarm. There's kind of like an alarm or klaxon sound, followed by just faintly. There's some kind of announcement.
ah.
You may all listen at the door. Make perception plus thingy-bobby checks.
Thingy
Bobby.
Yeah, what is it? Oh, I did put one of these up. Perception plus not observation, really, is it? But observation's the nearest thing, so we'll go with that.
Move aside, noobs. Oh, that was a nice roll.
Yeah. Made it by
almost,
5.
almost a crit.
So 2 passes is sufficient.
Made it by 5, yep.
Okay, you make out then what is being said.
Thank fuck, because I failed.
Yeah, it's right, it's group test, it's fine. So you hear the klaxon, and then you listen closely and you make out the full sentence of what is being said. It said, "This prison is in lockdown." It's a female announcer, nice voice, soft American accent. "This prison is in lockdown." klaxon again. This prison is in lockdown.
Right, okay. Lockdown.
Oh shit.
So we're gonna need to make it unlocked down.
Well, that could either be for us, or it might actually be worse.
Well, there's some. If it suddenly makes me wonder what that black like liquid that we can't really see up there actually is.
Is there any kind of like big shutter for like dishing out food? You know, kind of
yeah, but
through
it's
from the
open.
kitchen to the dining room.
Yeah, it's open. So.
But that's nowhere near this corridor.
Oh, it's the other end of the room.
Okay,
So
yeah.
the clock wall with the door is one end, the kitchen is the other.
Is there a window in the kitchen?
There are no windows, but just the gas stove and the gas bottles, of course.
Okay,
But there must be some way through the dining room, or else surely the prisoners can't get in.
This is
Yeah, but if it's locked down, everything, all major egress and ingress will be
Yeah.
locked and
Okay.
sealed.
Canteen, door this side,
Mhm.
right? Kitchen wall here, but
Mhm.
you've got entry into the kitchen. There's no other exit from the kitchen. In case of fire, the UIG does not care. So canteen, exit door, kitchen. The entry between the two is fine. But the canteen door is in lockdown.
Right. I've got a great idea.
What?
We put one of these gas canisters right at the door. We go back and we shoot the gas canister and blow it up and take the doors out.
Okay, but if we are, I'm definitely quoting the Italian job at you when you do it.
I'll tell you what, if we can actually pull this off, you can Michael Caine it from here to the doors.
Okay.
Good.
What I'd like for you then, Ronnie, you will succeed at this, but I want to know how many shots you make before you hit. You only need to hit once.
Right.
954.
Now, I will give you the option of taking an optional penalty of -2 because of the pressure of these two watching you.
He's just shooting something. He's not going to the toilet.
I don't feel pressure with them watching me. In fact, if anything, I feel rather elated by it.
Okay, then I'll add just that penalty onto something else later on when it matters.
When he has to go to the toilet in front of us.
Yeah.
Go on then, boss. Show us how it's done.
Oh, not with the first shot. Oh, but with the second shot.
You missed.
Okay. You notice a number of additional red lights now light up in the corridors. And in fact, one of them you can actually see through a door at the far end of the corridor. It's probably too far away for you to actually genuinely be able to read this, but you kind of know what it says. It says gunfire alarm, and it's flashing.
Ah,
Well, sensors still work.
Yeah.
now the guards are coming here then. So
Okay. But you proceed down the corridor, I assume.
Oh, well, question. What, did you say there were any sort of lockers or cupboards back in the little kitchen area or anything?
Well, there's cupboards, yes. There's definitely cupboards for things.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to go back in, tear off one of the cupboard doors to use as like a makeshift shield just in case.
Okay.
Just in case we get, I don't know, an automated turret come out or
Okay.
something.
No, right, I'll tell you what. Make a strength plus athletics check.
Okay. No, I bust a tendon or something.
Yeah, you genuinely do. You actually hurt yourself trying to get this door off the cupboard. Take 2
Fuck.
hit points.
Fuck! These are really tough doors.
They're designed to withstand inmates.
But fuck.
Come on,
Okay.
let's just go.
So you have this corridor ahead of you with this right turn. Now, what I want to know is, are you going quickly to get out, or are you proceeding cautiously?
Well, I think we ought to hurry up because
Yeah, I'm for swift.
Vamos.
Fuck it, yeah. We are going to use that great role-playing term once more. We are legging it.
Okay. Are you going in any particular direction then, or are you just kind of going down the corridors? Do you see something that looks like an exit?
yeah, because I think we've only got one way to go anyway, haven't we?
Yeah, I
there,
think we're going
there are corridors going off and stuff, but
We'll glance down them to see if there's any difference. But
okay. So you kind of yomp it down the corridor, not really knowing where you're going, and you go past the big dark liquid puddle, and you keep on going, and you go into an area of corridor that's not very well lit at all, and you're kind of making good time. You think, oh, you're going somewhere. So if nothing else, you're making a floor plan in your mind of this place. When you kind of step on something soft, that like body-like, and you stop, recoil back and take a look in the dim light, and there is a body at your feet. And it's at that moment, because it is quite dark in here and you're not really making stuff out, but you kind of realise the walls are smeared in blood. And you can see glinting in the light your footsteps. You've obviously run through a puddle of blood at some point. You're trailing blood down this corridor, and there is at your feet somebody appears to be in uniform, but is dead.
we can't tell what
Bullshit.
type of uniform.
I'm sorry.
Can't tell what type of uniform.
Okay, you roll them over and have a look. It is a UIG prison officer uniform.
Keycard.
Yeah.
They have no key card.
Ah.
Fucker.
This has got out already or heading out.
Yeah.
Are any of his
Just-
fingers
Danny-
missing
Danny,
or eye
just-
or anything?
Just remind me, see when we get out of this shit and we get back home, remind me I need to write a strong letter of complaint to the people that teleported us, because that shit, there's something fucking wrong with their teleport.
I'm sure they'll get round to reading that when they're taken over by another company, because it'll be so fucking long until they read it.
Okay.
Is there any
You
other
can hear a
footsteps?
noise. You can hear
Won't
a
take them wrong
noise.
at all, because I'm going to write in the heading pay rise.
You hear a noise further down the corridor. It's very muffled. But it sounds like shouting of some kind. Can't make out what it is from here.
Okay, raise my gun. I have a quick glance at the officer. Any fingers missing or hand
No.
or no? Okay.
No.
Are there any other footsteps like leading away from him?
There are not, no. But you can tell from his face that he has suffered blunt trauma.
Yeah, that was my next question. So no helmet on.
Well, looks like the first one came across the side of his face, and you'd guess that no help. No, he's got a cap.
Okay.
Actually, we'll give him a soft cap. He does have like a stab vest, anti-stab vest. He also has a bulletproof A4 clipboard. You laugh.
Wow.
My
Right,
uncle was
right. I
armed
hand
policeman, he
the
got issued with
clipboard.
that.
I hand the clipboard to Danny.
Why are you giving this to
Compensation
me
for
for?
not getting the door.
Yeah, not get the door.
It's tiny fucking thing.
Well, you'll just have to use it. You just have to be more accurate in where you're
Yeah.
covering.
They'll probably just
However-
shoot for the body, so just hold it in front of you.
Any sort of floor plan or notes on the clipboard that we could use to get us out of here?
It actually, it has, what would it have? So, it's got the rotors for the cleaning or laundry crew for today. You see some names. You've got, I'll tell you exactly who the names are.
Random generated
Gazelda.
one.
No, Gazelda, Esme, and Pinwheel.
Well, they sound like people from a fairy tale.
Either that or characters from Orange is the New Black.
Never seen it.
Is there any like sign maps on the wall? You know, the "you are here" thing.
No, nothing of that sort. But there is this muffled shouting that you can hear coming beyond.
Unless it's a cleaner. So I'm gonna kind of raise my gun, move further in.
Okay, as you get further up, you realise, or you get up to a side door, and the other side of that side door, you can see there are 3 inmates having an argument. One of them has this gigantic day-glow blue Mohican. The hair is literally glowing in the luminescent light of this hallway. Another one looks like an OAP basically, and she's got a knitting. And another one looks like she is technically wearing orange, but she'd be more in keeping with Mad Max. As you get to that door, you see the telltale sign of you being scanned by something electronical. The blue line kind of scans you down, and in the darkness off to your side, you hear the words, the robotic sounds of I've got it here. This is Warden Waldo. I am here for your protection, inmate.
What?
Hello, can you
Please
actually
return to your cell. The prison is in lockdown.
can you actually hear us, or is this a recording?
I'm right here. I am Warden Waldo, your robot assistant. And I am here for your safety. Please return to your cells, inmate.
We're not inmates.
Okay. To make it easier to return to your cell, I will switch on the lights in this corridor, and on come the lights. And before you what you see is a wheeled robot. It has like 8 wheels on each side. It's kind of got this very functional metal body, and it has like 6 articulated limbs, but the ends of all of them have been broken off. 2 of them, however, are kind of like robotic hands, and they are kind of in the holding gun position, but what it's actually holding is a vibrator.
Are we talking regular sized or big one, or?
If it's holding it in both hands, it's not fucking regular size.
That's why I was
It is
querying.
quite a sizable vibrator, yes.
Okay, right.
Move
first
along,
of all,
inmate, or I will be forced to shoot you. It flicks on the vibrator and it starts buzzing.
Has it even got an ejaculating function?
I don't care. I'm staying the fuck away from that.
Yeah, it's currently buzzing in the robot's hand.
Yeah.
Dagger, 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 dagger,
right.
dagger, the robot says.
Right.
Dagger, dagger,
See-
dagger, 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 dagger,
right.
dagger.
See
Dagger,
the
dagger,
prisoners?
dagger, dagger. The gun is
Prisoners?
not making the correct sounds.
Yes. The prisoners, we need to get the most dangerous one first. So,
The old
on my
one,
mark, we get the granny.
right?
Apparently, the gun is out of ammunition. I will hit you with the butt. And it begins to whack you.
No. I try and put the clipboard out.
Okay. make a close combat defense.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's put your skill into close combat, isn't it? I've just dropped a dice. Where did it go?
Yeah. Close combat.
It's actually it that rolls the close combat, isn't it? It attacks. Let's have initiative. That's what we should do. Initiative.
Yeah, but if you're doing close combat, I believe it's opposed, isn't it?
It's opposed by a number. You know, I really suck at the rules on this game. Where did that dice go?
I don't know. Well,
As a
I got
D12, I
terrible
don't need it.
initiative anyway. I got 11.
What about the rest of you?
What is it? D10 plus agility.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, 11 as well.
9.
Did you say you had 12, Danny?
No, 11.
11. Okay. Well, yeah, this robot is clearly about to strike you. So, what do you do?
Yeah, I hold up the clipboard and kind of defend this big dildo about to pop me on the head.
You know what? I'm going to give you a defensive bonus for that. I'm going to count it as increasing your close combat skill by 1. What is your close combat skill?
Ooh. Close combat skill is 5.
Waldo nonetheless manages to hit you with the vibrator, doing 1 vibrating damage.
Fucking Jesus.
Danny, it is your go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and counterattack if I can by shoving the sort of the edge of the clipboard into possibly where the head is or somewhere weak looking.
Okay, so you're going to try and sideswipe him with the clipboard.
Well, just dig it into somewhere.
Okay, make a strength plus close combat roll.
Strength plus close combat. Okay.
You've got -2 because that is Waldo's close combat skill.
No, that's a fail then.
Okay. Dale.
I'm going to regret what I'm about to say. I know that I'm about to regret it because I remember a conversation we had some moments ago. But I'm going to try and disarm Waldo.
Okay. That will require grappling first. So, grapple rules. Oh god, I always suck at this stuff. Okay, grapple is... Next page, here it is. Strength plus close combat.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've got them all.
And I
Ooh.
need your excess.
I made up a 5.
So did Waldo.
Oh.
So I don't think that has any effect.
You know what I'm thinking, don't you?
Okay, so you're currently...
The two of us are fighting over this bloody vibrator that's on. So this thing's flailing about, going boom, 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 sounding like a fucking lightsaber going round and round.
You basically charge in and are starting to flail in amongst his arms to try and get position on him to secure the arms down and get him properly grappled. Kevin.
Seeing Dale move forward and start grappling, Dale, I'll help, and I'll jump forward and start trying to grapple with the other arm.
Boom, boom, boom.
If the sides are uneven and 3 people are wrestling against one, then the group of all 3 roll and add their excess together. Okay, so yeah, you get... Right, so do the same. Close combat plus strength.
Okay, so I got a 10, and that's 7 under.
7
Okay,
under. Okay.
We have a child. There's a child in the audience. Immediately
Yes.
behind you, Phil.
That's why he's got a headset on. It's all fine.
It's fine. It'll go straight over his head.
Okay, that's not going to help. Becky's eating a
So
very
it's looking
large
the other way.
sandwich. And it's just said, okay, really up here. See?
So he's looking the other way, it's fine. Okay. So yes, apparently according to the rules, we have to do that for 3 turns running, but we track the excess each turn to determine the overall winner. So you are currently engaged in a scrap, and
Okay.
you are currently beating it. Meanwhile, Waldo can't really do anything else unless he accepts the fact he's grappled.
Yep.
So Danny,
Wait a
your
minute.
go.
Wasn't there somebody else called Waldo? That the guy who was severed in half. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so while they're busy being grappled and all that, I'm going to try and get behind Waldo and again try and get him again in the neck with his
Okay.
clipboard.
All right. He can't really use his close combat bonus on this because he's otherwise engaged.
Do you want the same again, strength and close combat?
You'll be going some if you miss this. You get +6.
Even with a critical fail.
Oh, you critical failed
Yep.
at this moment in time.
Yep.
Okay.
My first roll was great this session. The others all terrible.
Right.
Yeah, I'm worrying about this now.
This is what
Considering
happens.
we're in close proximity of that swing as well.
Yeah. You run the clipboard in, but as Dale and Kevin grapple with Waldo, it inadvertently moves the vibrator into the path of the clipboard. Your clipboard smashes against the battery compartment of the vibrator and happens to hit it at the exact angle to cause the batteries to momentarily compress. This is not atomically possible, so the batteries explode.
Well, it could have been worse if I'd used the gun.
I will now use the D12 I found on the floor to determine damage for you all. 7. 7 each, including Waldo. So as battery acid splashes everywhere. Steve has like to point out, is this a bad time to point out that Dale Reagan was at death's door from last session's shenanigans?
I did get the 11 points, but I'm now down to 4. Yeah, I'm pretty close to being dildoed to death here, which is not something I ever thought I would ever find myself doing in a role-playing game. But hey, it's corporation. More importantly, it's Becky's corporation game, and being dildoed to death is possibly the safest thing that's happened this session, this adventure so far.
Danny, your go. Oh, hang on, no, Waldo's
No.
go. Wait, no, Danny just did that. It's
You missed
Dale's
people
go.
out.
Right.
I'm getting there. I've only got it written down. It's
All
fine.
I have to ask, and I'm not meaning this in any kind of joke. This vibrator, is it a smooth one, or does it have ridges, which will at least allow us for a better handhold?
It does
We
have
can
veins.
grip it.
It does have veins. Although it has to be noted, it is a sizable vibrator. Although
I was
technically
thinking
now,
more- I
now
was
it no longer
hoping-
has power. It's no longer really a vibrator. It's more of a dildo.
Yeah, I was thinking more, was it ribbed?
It
So
is
it-
not ribbed,
Yeah.
but you could definitely wedge your fingers into the veins. I mean, it's like got a pliable skin as well, so you know that helps.
Well,
'cause
at this point, it's life or death.
Hopefully there won't be too much lube on it.
there is no lube on the vibrator. at
Go
this
get
time.
some from the kitchen. Just
Some
get
grease.
some grease from the kitchen. I knew that lube joke would come back.
Oh dear.
So you're continuing to grapple with Waldo,
Yes,
is that right?
I'm
Okay.
sure as hell not letting go now.
Okay. So you got a bonus of 2 on this because Waldo missed his skill target
Yeah, I missed as well.
by.
I missed by. Oh shit, lots.
It does matter how much.
6.
Okay. And Kevin, what are you doing?
After being briefly stunned, Kevin's going to carry on grappling the.
Okay, make your roll and give me your excess.
2, that's 8, that's 9 excess.
9 excess. So you definitely think the pair of you are getting the measure of Waldo here. And if you could just grab those last 2 arms, because he does have 6 appendages. Now it's back to... It's Waldo. It's Waldo's go. Waldo is going to try and jab the X vibrator into one of your mouths. I'll determine it randomly. It's Danny. So it tries to position the vibrator up to your mouth and then to hammer it. Make your close combat defense roll. You get a bonus of 2.
Was it me? Sorry.
Yeah, it's you, Danny. Yeah. I'm going to give you +2 on this.
+2.
Yeah.
Plus close combat.
I don't even want to contemplate the possibility of failing this.
Yeah. Okay. I failed. Sorry, failed. No, I passed this time. I passed by 4.
Okay, you just managed to dodge the vibrator at the last moment, and it kind of flies past your head, and then one of Waldo's spare arms kind of flies forward, grabs it, brings it back, and Waldo looks delighted. I have my gun back.
It is not a gun.
It's not a gun.
Don't give him ideas. For fuck's sake.
It's at the very least, it's a fucking vibrating truncheon.
In Waldo's defense, he has not been programmed for rioters stealing his gun. Danny.
Lord. Okay, so fuck this fucking thing. And I toss the clipboard away, which is probably kind of bent and charred by now anyway. I get out my Black Cougar and get him sort of in the neck.
Okay, so you have a rate of fire of 3, or are you aiming for the neck, really?
Well, I want to get as close as possible.
Because
just
cold
so I
shot
can,
has
you know,
rules.
yeah, so I can just do it straight in, point blank.
Cold shot to the neck. Well, I guess that would count as head. So that is -4, apparently. So you got -4. Any hits will, of course, hit a random passerby,
Yep.
which in this case is Dale and Kevin.
Don't be fucking shooting, you did that. Not while we're fighting it for a fucking vibrator.
Well,
Comments I never thought I'd ever see in an RPG.
that's a miss. That is a pass. And that's a pass.
Okay, so for the miss, 1, 2, 3, Kevin, 4, 5, 6, Dale. Okay, Kevin, would you like to roll your damage on Kevin first, and then we'll deal with Waldo?
What's that? D12?
No, it's Danny rolling a D8.
Yeah.
It's he who shot
Yeah,
you. He
D8.
should have the pleasure of rolling.
Sorry. That is a 6 damage.
So 6 damage on Kevin, and then 2d8 on Waldo.
48.
Don't shoot the robot with a dildo, you dick. Just fucking...
Shut up, I'm concentrating. That's 9 points of damage on Waldo.
9 points of damage. Okay. Dale, your go. You're still wrestling
Yes.
with Waldo. You're pretty sure you'll have him completely restrained in a moment, and you'll be able to switch him off.
Yeah, that would depend on me, actually. Yeah. That was not good.
How much is it for fail by?
7.
Okay.
They just
Kevin.
don't make these fuckers like they used to.
Just
Yeah,
seeing
I'll-
the rest of the chat.
I'll
You're still
continue-
definitely beating Waldo at the moment.
Yeah, I'll continue grappling Waldo while shouting at Danny.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing, you blithering idiot?
I'm trying to shoot the fucker.
Oh, and that's a 3, so I passed by 14.
Okay,
Ooh.
you
What?
utterly restrain Waldo. All of his limbs are now within the grasp of both yourself and Dale. You kind of like work together to secure all the arms. It's mostly Kevin. He's got 5 of the arms. Dale has 1.
How have you got passed by 14? It's crazy.
A 10 and a 7 in close combat.
Okay, So, Danny, Waldo is completely unable to move at the moment. You can just stroll around him and hit the off switch, disconnect the power source and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're going to do it with your gun?
Oh, well, I could do it with my knife, actually. No, all right. All right.
Don't do it.
Get
yet.
my knife.
Fucking shoot!
Slicey,
Just
slicey.
switch it off.
Who's
Oh,
sorry?
you're gonna cut the power cables?
Yes.
Okay, so the on-off button was right there, but you're gonna go for the power cables, yeah?
Hey, it's more dramatic.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Sparks fly everywhere. Everyone who's holding onto the robot take 4 hit points.
That's me down to 0. That's me down to 0.
Actually, I'll make it 3 because I don't want you dead just yet.
You've knocked Dale out.
It's close to. I'm going to leave you on 1 hit
That's
point.
it.
While I appreciate the silence, it's
That on-off button is misleading. You really think they'd have a prisoner robot going around with a fucking on-off switch on its belly like that?
Right, listen. Right. There are certain things in this life that are misleading. 1, prisoners who should be in their cells running riot. 2, warden robots using giant dildos as shotguns. But things that are not misleading are on fucking switches! Especially when I'm fucking attached to it!
well, you could have at least given it a go.
shotgun. Okay, fine, I'll give it a fucking go. And I put the off
Back
switch. No, I just do the off switch.
Yeah, Waldo has no power left. You cut his power lines.
I'm making the point. It's like nothing's happening.
Of course.
Right, I am walking out. I have the shotgun in my left hand, and I've got my cougar out in the right hand.
What, you're actually taking that with you?
Did you have the shotgun when you went to Japan?
No,
Then you won't have it.
not me.
Oh, Dale.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean I'm carrying Waldo's shotgun.
Oh, you're
There could be
carrying
loads
the
of
X5
diseases
Racer.
all over that thing.
I don't care. It's a perfectly good vibrating nightstick.
Because that's what you've always wanted.
Okay.
Aye, that is what he's always wanted.
The door that you will
I just
buy
wish it was in a different colour.
opens, and right there is an orange-clad Mad Max-esque woman who's like 7 foot tall with ripped muscles, and she says, "Who are you then?"
We're the people trying to get out. We landed here by
So
accident.
So
Well,
are
let's-
we.
I'll tell you what. We'll make you a deal.
She shakes her foot, and you suddenly realise that actually she's just stepped in the smashed open skull of an inmate. Sorry, the decor around here is terrible.
Yes. We need to get out of here
So do
really,
we.
really quickly. We need. I stopped myself from actually saying from where we need to get to because all of a sudden I suddenly realised that in the middle of a women's prison, suddenly saying we need to get back to Middle Nipple might not go down well.
Cool.
I tell you what, right, see, outside the prison right now are these 3 UIG prison officers, which we can handle. But there's also a Malenbach. It's like the heavy-duty UIG coppers. You know,
I know what a fucking Malenbach is.
We can't handle them with the weapons we've got.
Well, we've just acquired a giant dildo with that too.
No, we swapped that over on Waldo earlier and took his gun, but unfortunately the gun's out of ammo now. There was an insurrection amongst the rioters.
So you're responsible for all this?
Almost all of the fatalities today have been me, yes.
Will you stop stroking her ego already?
Very, very impressive work. Which way's out?
Trust me, I've seen the damage. If stroking her ego is what it takes for her to not do that to us, I'm going to stroke away.
So,
Let
what
me
do you
introduce you
suggest?
to the girls.
Possibly not the thing to say while holding on to a large dildo, but I'll stand by my comment.
Let me introduce you to the girls. This is my Lieutenant Commissar. And she gestures behind her, and sort of walking up behind her is the one with the day glow Mohican haircut, so a spiked Mohican. My Lieutenant Commissar, Pinwheel.
Pinwheel.
Yes, and Pinwheel is armed with 2 pinwheels.
What, as in...
BDSM pinwheels.
No, but as in, like, little ones?
Yes, but spiked.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, spiky pinwheels.
That seems a little bit... Size proportion is a bit off.
It's not the
We have
size, it's
to
what you do with it.
Improvise our weapons in here. Especially now that Queen Gazelda has fired off the gun into all of our friends.
Queen Giselda?
Queen Gazelda is the first one. And she continues speaking. Queen Gazelda speaks again. And she says, and this is Esme. Hello, my dears. Oh, I say. Exceptional quality black cougars. Well, I'd say you're agents. What
They're not for
corporation are
you.
Yes, but what corporation are you, darling?
I told you she was the dangerous one.
Oh. Tell you what, why don't we get a bite to eat before we take out a Malambrak, eh? Because, like, you look quite badly wounded, and, well, you all look quite badly trouble.
I'm in a little bit of...
Just need to break into the canteen. I don't suppose you could use your guns to blow the doors off, could you? They're trying to starve us out.
That's where we came from.
I think
where we came from,
Oh, fantastic, we can eat.
Hey,
Come
lots
on,
of food for
ladies.
everyone.
Come on, ladies.
Right, let's go.
Silence, says Queen Gazelda. I give the orders round here. Okay, yes, come on. Let's eat.
Go,
Okay.
go.
And she heads off to the canteen.
I walk as much as I'm able, but you know I'm
Are we going to walk in the opposite direction?
Are you going with them as they walk past? Like Queen Gazelda heads off first, followed by Pinwheel, and then Esme's like, "Thank God you've come. Follow me."
shit.
Other way.
I'm down to one. I look. I'm barely standing here. If I don't get medical attention of some kind,
Oh,
soon.
don't be silly, dearie. We'll get some food in you. You'll be fine.
Stale pasta
Come on.
isn't going to give you any
Granny
vitality,
Esme's cooking
Dale.
will sort you out.
There must be medical supplies in
Look.
here somewhere.
I've just
There has
finished
to be.
knitting a bandage. Put this on.
Do they not have like a shop that sells tampons or something in here? We can get some medical supplies.
What, like these two? Says Esme, pulling out tampons. I've hardened them. They work as nunchucks now.
Aye, but where did you get them from?
Well, they're my supplies, but I've hardened them into nunchucks.
Harden.
Yes, I've tied them together, and now they're nunchucks. See? And she actually uses them with exceptional skill. But she's hardened some tampons into nunchucks.
Well, I can honestly say I've never seen the like.
I don't think I'll be able to ever get that image out of my head.
Don't worry, darlings. Come on, let's get some food in you. We'll sort you out. Get you ready to take on a Malambrak, eh?
Tell me, Ronnie, what was the highlight of the session on Monday night? I think it was the OAP with the tampon nunchucks.
It's Esme, Agent Esme from Eurasian Incorporated.
Ah.
Oh.
So what's the fastest way out of here, Esme?
Let's get food inside that one first. What were your names?
Kevin.
Dale.
Danny.
I'll get a nice hot stew in you. Meanwhile, I better keep knitting another bandage. Yeah, you're looking at the state of him. Right. Esme does indeed cook. She starts cooking a nice shepherd's pie.
Have we got time for shepherd's?
We
Oh,
did
loads
that.
of time.
We lost our chance of getting back home in time. The moment we blew the doors off.
Now, while she's chopping the potatoes, Esme says she needs help with the potatoes because she hasn't got access to a knife. Could you all come in and give her a hand cooking shepherd's pie? And Queen Gazelda's like, go on.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And it's whilst you're in there, Esme makes small talk. Says, yes, I was an Eurasian Incorporated agent. I got caught on a mission. I've been trying to get out ever since. This does strike me as a good opportunity, but the thing is, we can't let Queen Gazelda get out. She's a communist.
That's it? I thought it was something terrible.
She's a communist.
Yeah.
You know, communism is quite, well, if you're talking Stalin, it's quite kind of similar to fascism, which is currently what we're under, aren't we?
She's a communist.
Shouldn't you be more worried that she just had a...
Like Stalin or Marx or Lenin.
I turned to Danny. I said, I don't think we're going to win this on the nuances, mate.
Well, yeah, you know, you're worried about that, but she just took a foot out of a guy's head, or a woman's head, like 10 minutes ago.
She'd probably say that was very
Yes,
communist
sir.
of her.
Only because they didn't agree with her methods. She wanted to get out there and form a commune. I've had to say I'm up for this. I've had to pretend that I'm okay to form a commune where we share our money.
She can't be that much of a commie if she thinks that she's the queen. That's a royalist.
Oh, every form of communism has somebody who's more equal than everyone else.
Well,
They're not a queen. They call themselves a supreme leader or something similar.
Believe me, if you want to go and talk to her for yourself, you'll find out what her ideals are. Oh my word, do not disagree with her. She will kill you on the spot.
Well, I think the four of us better get out then.
I've seen her strangle 18 girls today.
Yeah,
Look,
well,
as long as we get out, I don't care whether you or her or anybody else gets out. We shouldn't even be here.
We're all Eurasian Incorporated. We should work together and we need to make sure she doesn't make it.
Why? What corporation is she?
She's a communist.
So AI as well?
Terrorist.
Yeah, so you said.
That's why she's in here. Political agitation.
So Comoros? You're not getting mixed up between communists and Comoros, are you? Very easy to get them mixed up.
How long have you been here?
Oh, about 20 years. Mission went wrong, you know. Got captured by the Western Federation.
Aye, hence why you end up in here.
what was your what was the mission?
Oh, wow. You see, I'm not supposed to tell anyone.
Well, we know that. But
I'm
Well,
only
that's all right,
supposed to
but
tell
when-
the nice man who helps me.
Well, we're going to be nice men and help you. So
We are three manifestations of this nice man. Now fucking spill the beans.
Now, are
Clearly
you in
we're
the
2.5
nice mood?
manifestations of nice
mood?
men.
Or are you going to electrocute me again?
No.
So you're
We're
not here
not
for
going-
electrocution. You're
we're
here
not
for the
going-
nice mood.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to be nice.
We literally haven't got anything to electrocute you with. So.
Well, my mission.
Right at that point, I hide the dildo behind my back, as I suddenly realise it is an electronic device which could be used for such purposes.
My mission.
We have
was to
absolutely
go to-
nothing.
Was to go to Shanghai, and we were supposed to extract this woman from this fancy shindig. It was a far drive reveal, you see. Anyway, Asian far drive, you know how all that goes. Anyway, we grab the woman, we get her onto the shuttle, and we fly out over China. Then we find out the mission parameters was actually not to make a big scene, but to discreetly get her out, to swap her mind with some other woman that we'd just gone in with. We didn't know that. So, we set the shuttle down, and then a Cyberling came, and then one thing happens, and another thing happens. Anyway, I ended up here. And, I've been here ever since. You've all gone quiet.
I'm still giggling in my head because of what you've just said.
Why?
Because I know with the fourth wall thing and
Yes, with the fourth wall breaking, that is the James Norbury mission. But in the game I'm playing with. Okay. So, yeah, need to get out. I've got to complete my mission after all.
I think it might be a little late for that.
Well, at least return
But we
to my
can
unit.
still help you get back to your unit, yes.
I mean, not Hauser. He got shot by a Cyberling sniper cannon, and not.
Oh, sounds tragic.
Yes, he's probably not feeling too good.
Not. Oh.
I wonder what he'd say if he was looking down on us right now.
He'd probably say, "Get out and get out quick."
That's what I said just before the Cyberling opened fire. Yeah.
And you were right.
Yeah, but Magdalena, she was a bit slow on that one. Said like the plan I'd had, I thought it would work. We acted my plan. It's just when she said go, it was too late, and I blame her.
Well, we can help you. We can help you get back to your unit. Not a problem.
Of course, her brains were blown out. Anyway, who was the other guy in the unit?
Do you know where the nearest exit is?
Oh, yes, the front door. There's 3 UIG out there and a Malambrak.
Okay.
Aye, so
I was
what
going
are you
to beat
intend to
one
do
with
this
my
morning, Brad?
tampon nunchucks. Get this shepherd's pie in you. Oh, sorry, tampon
Could
just
we
fell
not
in it.
just throw a vat of boiling water all over the Mallenbrach?
I think outside is looking very favourable.
I will try and take a hearty plate full of shepherd's nunchuck.
I will give you back 2 hit points for that. It is a good
flavoured
hearty
shepherd's pie.
meal. Esme knows how to cook.
Two whole hit points.
What were you expecting?
He said,
To have
Yes,
more
the Prince of Persia.
more than fucking 3 hit points at this point in the game.
That's fine.
"What do you need 4 hit points for?"
So I can lose them in high spectacular style again.
Just remember, when Danny's got his gun out, stand behind him.
We were when it started. There was a fucking big robot between us and him, and we still managed to get flack for it.
I told you it was the teleportations. Maybe disorientated.
Well, maybe your gun's bent. You wonder
Aye.
when
Here's the replacement.
it fires somewhere else.
Are you lot ready to get your freedom from the oppressive state? Says Queen Gazelda.
So
We
actually,
will break free and
She's a Mel-
form our commune.
she's a Mel Gibsonian. She wants her freedom.
Ah, that explains the Mad Max look.
Aye. It's not a commune, it's some over-the-top Mel Gibson movie.
Oh, it's totally a commune. That's what we're all going to build together in our wonderful utopia. We'll have high taxes and amazing roads and healthcare for all without having to pay an insurance fee. And we'll have schools and education. And everyone will be treated equally, apart from me, of course.
There's always a flaw in the plan.
Maybe Esme was right.
There's a flaw in the plan.
Don't mention it.
And if anyone thinks they stand in my way, says Queen Gazelda, and she pulls out 3 chains hanging off of a ring, all of which end in a nipple clamp. She spins it around her finger. It says, "I'll fucking garrot them."
At least outside right now.
Well, at least we're up against someone who could actually clamp your middle nipple.
I just find it ironic that you're using pinwheels and nipple clamps. You haven't got any whips or paddles.
We lost Phil.
We did lose Phil, but we
did
have
lose-
to make do with what we can find in here. You know, what we've smuggled in. You should have seen what happened to Cigarette Lil when she tried to use them as a weapon. They're not very strong.
I hate to think.
It was basically she blew smoke in an officer's face and got a date.
Not the story I was expecting, actually. Yes, well, we need a plan then.
I have a plan, says Queen Gazelda. I'm going to charge at the 3 UIG officers with my girls, and we're going to take them down, and you 3 are going to take out the Mallenbach.
Okay.
That
Good
sounds
plan.
like
Go
a good
as
plan.
soon as we've had a communal cup of tea.
Okay.
Dashwoods?
Esme, serve everyone a cup of tea using the same tea bag. We all get the same. Apart from me, I'll have a fresh one.
That'll make very dilute tea.
Yeah, we're used to something usually a bit stronger than that. Maybe a Dashwoods export or...
This is communism. We all get the same.
Okay.
I mean, are there any coffee sachets in the cupboard we could just toss a
No.
load?
You are being rationed tea.
Maybe just hot water then? It's-
What do you mean ration? We're not even prisoners. You are. We're not.
No,
We're free men.
No, you're free under the communist regime that I have created in this prison.
No, we're just passing through, honestly.
No.
We have lives. We have...
No.
What of
You
what?
are free under the communist regime of this prison, says Queen Gazelda, and she looks angry.
Aye, that's not...
Yes,
really
yes,
gonna get
yes,
very far.
yes. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. I quite agree. We will have our tea along with everyone else. Smash the system.
Happily drink your tea. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Please don't make Danny get his gun out again. We don't think we can stand it.
I don't think I could survive it. Danny?
You suck.
Danny? for the second time, we're not going to win this on the nuances.
Fuck the nuances. I want to get out of here.
I want to get out of here.
We'll get out.
I
Just
really want. I want to get out of here. But what I really want is to be able to get out here without being garroted by triple nipple clamp.
Yes, just don't upset the crazed maniac.
You hear some tumbling boxes in a cupboard just outside in the corridor.
Ooh,
What the fuck?
someone's hiding in the cupboard. Okay, we've got another prisoner.
Let's get to them. And if we think they're expendable, we can show our loyalty to the Queen before we kill her.
Right, aye, the Queen of Communism. Right, okay.
Danny,
Okay.
I agree with every one of your arguments. But right now, we need to act like we're fucking hypocrites up until the point where we stab the bitch. Then
Do
by
you know
all
I have no
means,
tact?
then by all means, as you're standing over her mutilated corpse, you can scream, fuck one for fascism. But until then, we gotta make it look like
Right.
we're all in it.
Okay, fine, whatever. And I sort of twirl my gun and then start marching off towards this cupboard.
Okay. You all get to the cupboard. What do? You hear muffled sounds inside. It's
Right. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. You guys ready?
Okay, I'll take the black cougar out. And...
sound.
I
Okay.
open the door.
Okay. You are immediately hit by a wall of cigarette smoke. As the smoke begins to clear, you see naked buttocks emerging from the smoke and then disappearing back in a repeated and cyclic fashion.
Oh, for
Oh
fuck's
dear God!
sake.
Shut the door.
Shut the door, Dale. How are they still alive?
I am going to need so much fucking therapy.
You mean
I have been
well-being?
attacked. I have been attacked by a dildo wielding robot. We've got a fucking Mel Gibsonian psychopath. And I have just seen
Two people fucking.
smoking hot sex
Compared
in a cupboard.
compared to when you were really badly wounded previously, this is fairly tame.
Again, you're not winning this on the nuances.
Just saying.
Okay, I don't think they're going to be a problem for us.
No.
Okay. And with that, we will go to a short 5-minute break. And then we'll come back and we'll do the breakout of Boston Women's Penitentiary.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm back. Hopefully the rest will be back shortly too. And we can continue this farce. So we have currently one viewer still connected, so I managed to scare one of you off. Sorry about that. So who remains? Which one of you is it? Is it Epion Gaming, or is it our Steve, our loyal Steve? Last we heard from Steve was the realization that they come ridged. I think Epion Gaming, it could be we lost Epion Gaming because he may have actually had that aneurysm. Am I just back too soon?
No, I'm here.
Woohoo! Aha!
Hello.
Multiples have returned. Just waiting on Danny McGee. Welcome back. Well, thank you for staying with us, Steve. The highest Constitution viewer.
In regards to what I mentioned earlier about surviving, Stephen was running a Call of Cthulhu 3rd edition game for myself and David. Unsurprisingly, we died. It was very traumatic. It was a lot of fun. I did do a video on it for my channel. It was a lot of fun. And it's looking like I'm going to be running something. Haven't decided what yet, but we're looking to run something in the near future, which I'm looking forward to doing.
Oh, surprise.
Welcome back, Danny McGee. Question from the audience. Was Danny McGee the guy who was hunting the Hulk?
I know the reporter was called McGee. I don't know if we ever got a first name for him in the old television series.
No, I've seen 2 new Marvel Universe movies, so I have no idea. I'm not a big fan of them. I much prefer the Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, and even Amazing Spider-Man. I just didn't find the new Marvel that interesting. So I never watched
And just a comment to Steve. Comment away, mate. You know, you were part of that game as well.
No, he was the reporter was Jack McGee in the Hulk.
Was it Jack McGee? I just remember the famous quote. You know, the Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Ah.
So as you finish off your shepherd's pie, the storage cupboard, kind of loads of boxes collapse, and out steps Cigarette Lil with a cigarette in her mouth, 3/4 smoked. She's still sort of putting her clothes back on as she gets out, and she sort of strolls into the canteen area. Ah, fresh cock. She's a 50-year-old woman with short blonde cropped hair, very gaunt face, smudged makeup, and you know, kind of all over you. So what we got here then, fellas? Queen Gazelda says, as a security guard, did you just leave him there, like, not tied up or anything? And she go, oh, no. He died an hour ago. I was just finishing myself off.
I kind of cup my hands around my crotch.
So,
I think I'm a wee bit too young for you.
Guys, we need to get out of here.
She spits the fag out onto the table, landing
I
right next
fucking
to
warned
Cottage
you
Pie,
guys.
and then gets out another one and lights up.
I fucking warned you guys. I just didn't think that the entire penitentiary would sort of manifest itself as one woman with an entire penitentiary's worth of pent up lust.
Yeah, I think we need to get on with this breakout plan because
Yes, very quickly.
I get reinforcements soon, so we really do need to crack on with that one.
Let's not mention cracks.
Esme returns from the kitchen, having weirdly finished the washing up.
How very equal of you.
Oh, well, I don't like leaving it a mess, you know. Right. Are you ready?
You never even
So,
had a fucking tea.
Do we all have an understanding? She says.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we understand the situation completely.
All right. Say, Queen Griselda, says Esme. Now that Cigarette Lil's back, do you want me to tag along with these guys, make sure the Malenbrak dies? And she goes, no, you're with us, Esme. Save me.
Well, I mean, you know, there are still 3 of you. I think we do perhaps need some help with the Malenbrak.
I have decided what is the most equal plan of attack.
You think
I'm still a
the 3
fantastic
of us?
plan.
You think the 3 of us can take on that thing without any female help?
Gender doesn't come into it. We're all equal, you know.
Well, it
Yes,
appears not
but
everybody's quite as equal.
in our experience, it usually takes more than 3 equal people to take one of these things out.
Preferably people with giant weapons.
They'll just have to make do.
All right.
It's okay for you. You still have guns. I used all the bullets killing the other inmates.
Are there no security guard guns anywhere? Have you used them all?
Well, the other 3 got out. They're outside.
Did-
That's who we're going to deal with.
I'm talking about an armory. Have they not got an armory for, like, if this kind of shit goes down?
Oh, the lockdown blocked it off. You can't get near it.
Yes, but you could. Yes, but you couldn't get near the canteen before, and we managed to make sure of that. If you allow us to, we 3 equal people will go and we will find our way to the armory, and that will help your noble cause.
All right.
Should commune will have plenty of weapons then as well to defend
It'll
itself.
be a weaponized commune.
I mean, there's no one I can't kill with this garrote, she says, holding up her nipple clamps.
Yes,
With the
but
clip clamp dangling down.
I'm thinking we can help all the other equal people who don't have garrotes.
Lil says, I'm just going to fuck my way out. Pinwheel's like, she just holds up her pinwheels like with pride.
So much.
And Esme's got a knitting
No,
needle
don't
so
say fucking that in front of Lil. Don't say that in front of Lil, you may regret it. She might think that's an open invitation.
yeah, Esme's just knitting still. Looks like she's knitting something in the shape of a gun.
Is that a holster?
That's what I call some
Crochet
boys.
grenades.
It looks like a black cougar, but knitted.
It's a gun warmer. A gun cozy.
It's very good for when you're going into the winter months.
Aye, it's a warmer.
But we will go and attempt to
The
get
armory.
to the armory and help your noble cause by giving all your equal people more of a chance to get through the guards.
Okay. You take one of the remaining gas bottles and you roll it up to the armory door. Make your rolls. I'm going to see if you miss. It will just explode on the first hit. I mean, you're going to do it. I just want to see how many shots you fire.
Right.
Are we all rolling?
Well, those of you shooting at the gas bottle.
I'll shoot. I did well last time. I
That's
managed
true.
to blow away a bottle. Oh yeah, first time.
Okay. You hit the
And if
gas
you-
bottle. The door explodes, as does all the ammunition inside. All one clip. You go inside, and it's you pass some tape that says UIG budgetary cuts. That sort of dangles down from the door.
One fucking clip.
However, you do find a lot of confiscated sex toys and cigarettes. And 2 mobile phones. Out of battery.
No chargers.
No recharges. They're too painful to smuggle in.
I don't too much. Anyway, right.
Plan B. Get them to charge the guys outside and stay behind until it's all over.
What do one of these things look like, the melon things?
No.
All I know is they're fucking huge.
Oh, the Malenbrak.
Yeah,
They're
no.
heavily armoured mutants of people that don't really talk. They've been kind of programmed since birth into police killing machines.
We could block its gun funnel with fag butts.
I'm thinking we could possibly block some of its own funnels with these discarded sex toys.
Aye. Or
We
that
could
too.
we could put it right up them.
He has a point. We have fucking loads of dildos. We just
We
block
have.
all the passages.
We have. I
and
never
explode from the
thought.
inside.
I never thought I would ever see the day when I would attempt to escape from a prison using a confiscated box of
Right, so-
cigarettes and sex toys.
We need to.
What I will allow, if you have Mectronics, is if you want to make a roll on
Yes.
it, I'll allow you to try and assemble a dildo mortar.
I do have electronics quite well.
Yes, I think we all
Go
learned
for
that
it.
lesson.
Go for it.
With
Yeah.
what, babe?
Intelligence plus Mectronics, and see if you can build yourself a mortar that will fire these sex toys.
I can.
Okay. So yeah, Queen Gazolda says there's a roof access if you want to fire it from up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Most importantly, we have to make sure that they're turned on
Aye.
when we fire them.
Aye.
Okay.
Kevin, I suppose you're the best sniper out of us.
Yeah.
It'll be a support weapons check.
Get it right up them.
Okay. You go up onto the roof and you see the bodies of all the dead inmates that Queen Gazelda has shot.
Are the three of them still down in the car park?
The three of them still in the canteen, sort of waiting for.
No, the prison guards or the agents outside.
Oh right, yeah, they are stood outside the front entrance. They look battered and bloody. One of them has a dildo wedged into his helmet. They are all kind of pointing their guns at the front door, and then there's this Malambrak guy just stood there, arms wide like this, sort of waiting for the instruction to go. He's actually got his gas mask off because he's bored, so that's just hanging down around his neck. He's wearing all black, he's heavily armoured, and he has lots of weapons strapped across him that are kind of point. You can see the barrels pointing out. He has some kind of heavy machine gun. He has a sword down by his side. And he looks like a right mean bastard.
Right, what we need to do... Are these all one size sex toys, or do we have various sizes and...
You have various sizes.
Right, we need to find the little bullet ones for him. And shoot him, literally shoot him with the bullets.
I mean, if you really want to.
Come on, let's make sure they get severely fucked. Let's do that.
Okay.
For equal style.
Aye, we've lost him. Is this the second aneurysm of the night?
Oh.
Indeed, Steve, a dildo mortar.
I was actually thinking you'd stolen my punchline there because I was going to sort of narrate them firing the mortar by lubing the barrel first, but
No, this is very much unlubed.
Yeah,
okay,
Yeah,
we'll go
it's-
unlubed then. What a
this is
shame.
going to be maximum thrust.
Okay, you hear Queen Gazelda shout the order from the front door. She goes, "Fire!"
Where?
Obviously, we have to fire it. God.
Fire!
Go on, Kevin. Do the honors.
Oh, okay.
You're the one shooting, man.
So what am I rolling?
You're the big
These
thing on this.
support weapons plus it's reflexes, isn't it, for a shooting shot?
Yeah.
No, it's perception.
Was it perception? Oh right, yeah. So
Perception plus
perception
firearms.
plus. No, it'd be support weapons for this. But yeah,
Perception and support weapons, right? One under.
one under. Okay. Would you like to? Question. Do you switch the vibrator on first?
Of course.
That's what I was told.
Yeah. Okay, that's D8 damage. D6 for a dildo.
D8. 2.
Okay.
But I hit it. What?
The Malambrak is struck by a dildo bouncing off of his helmet, or vibrator bouncing off of his helmet. He glances at it and rolls his eyes. Doesn't look like he was even remotely bothered by the dildo mortar.
Right.
Okay.
We need to make this a cold shot. You need to shoot him right in the crotch with the dildos. You need to dildo his crotch.
Maybe get a bench off the floor. Bench it up.
I'll allow the targeting of his crotch with a -8.
That's never gonna happen.
That's never going to happen.
Okay. We'll go for the bum at -6.
Just don't make an arse of the shot.
Is there any chance of getting it, seeing he's got his gas mask down and his helmet up, is there any chance of getting it down inside his suit?
That is
Minus 20.
incredibly difficult with what is essentially an unweighted shot. It's not particularly balanced, or I mean, it has a certain amount of aerodynamicism, but if you're going to use a ribbed one or a one with vanes, that it's not exactly smoothball.
This is why we're going for the little bullet ones that we can find
Yeah,
first.
the smooth-sided little, and it should
Solid
get inside his
metal
suit a lot
ones.
easier as well.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear both once there. So Phil,
It should go. A small one should go inside his suit a lot easier as well.
well,
Essentially, it's got a crazy golf with vibrators.
Crazy golf with vibrators.
I tell you what, I'm going to give you a conviction point for use with mortars. Because I want to see you pull it off, but it does have to have a like that kind of shot's got to have like a -5 at least. So,
Well,
but
there's
I'm
a
giving
chance.
you a conviction
But-
point.
But if we're playing crazy golf with dildos, let's see if you can get a hole in one.
Okay,
Oh fuck!
that is a 5. It's a 4 and a 1, and that's only 4. That's 4 under. Sorry,
4 under.
4 under.
Okay, but it's -5, so you'll need to use your conviction to get it inside his.
Okay,
his
use conviction, which is a re-roll. Yes.
It can be used as a +4 or as a reroll. It's your
Oh,
choice.
+4 then.
+4. Okay, that does get down inside his suit. I will give you a it's D8. Obviously, there's no armor reduction on this. So make your D8 roll.
A D8 roll, eh?
It'll be ongoing vibration damage.
Which is a 7.
Okay, so the vibrator goes down. It manages to get under the neck of his armor and goes straight down his back. And sure enough, he kind of like thrusts forwards, all kind of and at that moment, you see Cigarette Lil come up to him and blow smoke in his face. As he's completely unable to stop himself, thrusting himself forward. Cigarette Lil takes this as basically he's agreed to settle. That's what she perceives. So she starts to unbuckle his trousers whilst he's trying to get this thing off, and she's pulling his trousers down, and he's all jiggling around in the air. Now, what do you do?
Get some popcorn.
Suddenly realise that we're currently starring in tonight's episode of Carry On Corporation.
Oh my! Isn't this so crazy?
Which tonight the part played by Sid James will be.
So what do you do?
I mean, are there any weak spots getting exposed?
Yes, Cigarette Lil has pulled down his armoured trousers.
Okay.
So we can
Right.
try and fire again.
Okay, right.
Family jewels.
You do realize, of course, if you do go for any vulnerable points on him at this time, there is the very real chance that you might hit some of Lil's vulnerable points.
Well, hopefully she'll do a full strip.
Are you going to aim for his private parts? Because that is -8.
Oh, that's
No, I think if it were me, I would aim more for his leg, because then that way he'll start bleeding. She won't care. She'll just carry on anyway. And
Can't we try and knock him over with perhaps a really big one?
Yeah, you've got one particularly large one called Big Bertram.
Big Bertram. Oh, they got names.
Oh, God
I think we should try and. Well, he's sort of like trying to struggle with Cigarette Lil, we should find the big one and try and just or knock him sideways so he just goes down. Then she's on him, and that's one down. We've done our bit.
Okay. Make your to hit roll.
I think some more Jägermeister is in order.
That is that's 6. Quite well, really well. So that's what was it? It was reflexes and support. Wasn't it?
Support.
It's 9. That's 3 under.
3 under. Okay. Yeah. You strike him in his upper thigh, so it misses armor, but it doesn't kind of have the effect of knocking him over or anything like that. So roll a d8.
That's a 5.
Okay. Yeah, he certainly feels the pain of it because he doesn't have any armor on that part of his body at the moment. Cigarette Lil is going for the blowjob basically. So meanwhile, this guy is still struggling to get this vibrator out of his top. He hasn't had the ability to deal with Cigarette Lil yet. You see the other 3 inmates charging at the UIG officers, and gunshots are being fired.
Mm-hmm.
Pinwheel launches one of her pinmills at the UIG guy, and one of the UIG guys hits him straight in the forehead with that roll. The Queen Gazelda gets shot on her way over. She has been lightly wounded, but is still running toward him. Meanwhile, Esme is just walking out very slowly, doing her knitting, and the UIG officers just go, "Do I shoot? Do I shoot?"
Got a feeling she's going to take one of those knitting needles and fucking lobotomize him up his nose.
Okay. What do you do? You've only got 3 vibrators left.
3,
one
okay.
dildo.
Oh, so...
Is there anything particularly
But the
notable about
dildo's
any?
ribbed. Sorry?
Is there anything notable about any of them? Is there something we can perhaps?
You've got a black Johnny, a purple haze, and a 12-inch Supercock Extreme, which has a particularly wide girth. And the dildo is ribbed.
Okay. Just to remind players that we are playing Corporation, not Fatal. And if there are children watching, you shouldn't be, and you're probably scarred for life.
Children anymore.
Just don't watch
Nobody
anymore.
watches this apart from Steve. I mean, the one guy that was really interested in watching one of my streams has turned up and gone, "Fuck no," and closed it.
Well, you gave him an aneurysm.
Apparently.
Right. So, how are we going to play this now?
Where is this? What, I keep messing the name of it. The thing we're meant to be shooting.
The Malin.
Mallenbach.
The Mallenbach. Can we see it from where we are?
Yeah.
Right, I want to go
He's
for
flailing
action.
around with the dildo down his top, trying to get it out. And he's now taking his top off, which is just encouraging Cigarette Lil.
Right.
Oh, perfect.
Because he's realised he's got to get his armour completely off in order to get this thing out of his armour.
Can we sharpen the massive 12-inch dildo, or maybe stick something spiky in there before we let it off?
Extreme.
Aye, before we let it off.
Well, unfortunately the Supercock Extreme is a hard plastic. It's not particularly giving. Must be incredibly painful to use that one. The purple haze is a silicone though, so it's got a bit more give in it.
Let's sharpen that one.
Is the mortar actually quite? Is the mortar actually quite powerful? Is it firing with quite a bit of force?
Yeah.
Because the hard plastic ones can be like a rubber bullet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's sharpen that one, and we can all do our very best Anthony Perkins impersonation.
Kevin, let's build it up to the climax, all right?
Oh God! Ah.
Start small. We get bigger.
Ah.
But you're firing the fucking motor, so whatever you want, really.
That last gag definitely hit the spot. Gee whiz.
Go for it then. Or someone just pass me one. And I'll load and fire.
Okay, what are you passing, Kevin?
What are you passing?
Okay, I'll pass the purple haze.
The 9-inch purple haze.
9 inches still fucking huge.
Thank you. I'm so glad somebody said it.
But all sex toys are just like way larger than like feasible. It's like, why are they all oversized?
That's a miss. That's 7 over.
Because
7
people.
over. Okay, that is a sufficient fail that you strike Cigarette Lil on the back of the head.
Uh-oh.
Is that choker? We got.
Cigarette Lil her head is thrust forward, and the natural inclination is a bite action.
Yes.
Now, in fairness, this hasn't been without losses. This war, Cigarette Lil, bless her, she was a wonderful character.
Well,
She shared syphilis freely with everyone and herpes.
all I can honestly say is, if this is probably the way she wanted to go out,
Yeah.
with a mouthful of cock.
She still has no idea that the Mallenbach has no sexual interest in her whatsoever. He's just preoccupied trying to get a dildo out of his armor.
But if he's mutated, it could be. Well, in saying that, if she bites down on it, that's going to be a hellish amount of damage to him. Because
it is. I've rolled it in secret. He screams.
Good.
It was D20 damage.
Ooh. Well, at least she went out doing something she loved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well.
Unfortunately, she has been impaled through the brain
Oh, good.
from 2 directions.
Well, she always had cock in her mind. Now it's literal.
And now her mind is nothing more than a purple haze.
Oh.
Okay,
Well
what do you pass Kevin next?
the Black Johnny.
A 10-inch Black Johnny.
That is a 3 over.
3 over. Okay, that lands pathetically wide and kind of just limply flops over.
Only one more to go.
But at this point, he does manage to strip off, and he's shaken out that dildo that you fired initially. He is completely unarmored at this moment, though. You
Right,
have a 12-inch Supercock Extreme and a 7-inch ribbed dildo.
I'm at this point, I'm all for fucking just shooting him.
Unless you want to sharpen. Super
Fuck
cool.
the Black Johnnies.
Save our
Let's get-
ammunition. We can
Fuck
save our
the
ammunition.
Fuck the
Remember-
Black Johnnies. Let's fuck him with a Black Cougar.
But there is no ammo apart from what we've got.
Oh, let's use let's use the super cock.
Okay.
You pass Kevin the 12-inch Supercock Extreme.
Kevin,
Well,
don't miss.
that is dead on the money. That is a 9.
Okay, it whacks him hard in the chest. For that one, it's actually D10 damage.
Ooh,
Please another one.
2.
Okay, as that hits him, it's, oh, and he gets his jacket back up and does it up, and he bends over to get his trousers back up, and that's the moment at which you fire. I presume you still have a ribbed dildo, a 7-inch ribbed dildo.
Right.
Do you want to do a cold shot? Because I'll
Into the
only put a
jugular.
-2 because it is presenting a larger target at the moment as he bends over to lift his trousers up.
Go
Cool
on.
shot.
You
Cool
you
shot.
have got to. This has to be the thrust to make all thrusts.
7. That's 2 under.
2 under, which is exactly what you needed. So, what you didn't know before you fired this 7-inch ribbed dildo was that it actually had an extension.
An extension.
Yes. It's a telescopic ribbed dildo.
Ah. Medical fetish.
So, as it flies through the air, and the ribbing has a kind of rifling effect as well, increasing its velocity. It's the velocity which triggers the extension to telescopically expand out mid-flight, and the wobble caused by the telescopic extension causes it to redirect and just line up perfectly with the Malambrak's anus as it impacts at incredible velocity. Velocity extending basically by the springs of the extension. So could you
shit.
please roll for 4d10 damage?
40-10.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely ruptured.
Roll high.
20.
20. Okay. The Malambrak spread eagles out on the floor and is screaming in agony. And he kind of rolls over because a lot of the pain is not actually in his anus, it's actually at the front. And he kind of rolls over, but he gets to the point he can't roll because the dildo sticking out the back is sort of preventing him from finishing to roll over. But he is fully impaled by the 7-inch ribbed dildo.
You got a feel for him. Ow.
So much therapy.
Go
And that ends the story of Sir Lancelot, the Malambrak.
Wow. Poor guy.
His fucking lance didn't last that long. Lil took it
What
off.
did he ever do to us?
Meanwhile, Queen Gazelda is just finishing strangling a UIG guy. Pinwheel has been using her other pinwheel to lacerate one of the UIG guys. And Esme has got a knitted gun held to the head of the last UIG guy, and she said, "Drop the gun, motherfucker! Drop the fucking gun!" To which he does. What do you guys do?
I just don't believe what happened.
Malambrak is dead. You're welcome.
Oh, you're shouting that down.
Yes.
Queen Gazelda salutes you and says, "Come on, Esme, pinwheel." And starts marching off, and Esme's like,
Boston's a big place.
so you just let him go.
I think I sort of feel we need to get her out somehow.
Why?
Why? 'Cause it's going to come and bite us in the ass.
Look, Kevin. We need people who have things in common with us. She is definitely not a gamer.
That is true. I wasn't thinking about introducing her to the game. But
Why not?
I just think she'll knit a keyboard or something. A screen.
If anyone else is joining us, they have to be a gamer,
Okay.
or else they're dead. Dead meat.
Wow.
That's okay. It's been pointed out to me that we shouldn't do it, so I'll concede with the consensus.
Okay, well, all the prison officers dead, so how do you get back home?
Hey, that's
teleport.
underlying issue we've all been having. Yeah, is there a sky bridge anywhere near here?
I think so. I think you've got the
I
world
was,
map
I
in there,
was
haven't
rather
you?
hoping that Esme still had a contact or two and she could get us home. And the fact that she's an agent, she could say that we were with them, we were with her doing some agency stuff, and that would be the best bloody excuse for not being at the office on time that we could come up with.
No, I haven't got the map on here. I do on
Oh
paper.
yeah,
Let's see. World map. No, the closest is the New York Spire. And that doesn't have a sky bridge. We've got the Labrador Skybridge Terminal that goes via Greenland. Atlanta Teleport. In
that's
Georgia.
quite a long way away, Atlanta.
Yeah.
How far away? Do you think we could just fly?
Yeah, we're in Boston. Fuck.
Yeah, you can fly. It'll be you go to a Thomas Crook. It'll be, well, do you want to go first class or economy?
Oh,
And
God.
by
We could go
economy, I
over
mean
that
cattle
great big
class.
bridge. I know there's a great big bridge.
I moved it for that campaign.
We no
That's why
longer have a great big bridge.
This is
Yeah.
pre the Dashwood's catastrophe.
No, sure, it's post because we destroyed the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge got dismantled to prevent further imports of Dashwood export. In fact, it's still there. You can see the entrance to it, but it's closed off.
Dashwood bastards have a lot to fucking answer for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fly with Thomas Crook though. First class
Okay.
is 500 credits each. Cattle class is 80.
500 then. We're going to have to get some sleep on the way. It's been quite stressful.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
400?
I'll take a double single malt with that.
500, not 400.
Hmm? 500.
500 for first class.
Okay, I'll pay for them all to go first class. Okay.
Okay, so your first class tickets are paid for by Kevin. And you travel in abject luxury in a what you think is a silver shuttle, and you think you've been sold short. And after Dale writes the complaint email, turns out it was platinum.
Did it have the screen in the back of the chair so we can play?
You have your own compartments, darling. This is not. This is first class.
Wow, compartments, excellent.
It's not business class, for fuck's sake. No, this is first class. So no, you have your own little curtained off compartment. Actually, no, it'll have a solid door. The only disturbance you get is the hostesses and hosts coming round to offer you drinks or see if they can help in any way. So you have a very relaxing flight home. It's not that long a flight, but it's enough to gain another 3 hit points because it is so relaxing.
Ooh,
But part of the first class service, of course, is you could ask for intravenous med packs, which of course would leave you on full, but they do charge a little for them. It's a bit of a markup. It's 20. How much are they normally? 50 credits, isn't it?
yes.
So they charge 75 credits on the flight, but they each restore 10 hit points.
Okay, I'll take one.
Yeah, go on then. I'll take one as well. Help back up.
I will take 3.
That's the big spend.
Okay, Mr. Richman.
That's 75 each.
Mhm.
So that's 225. So that will be 150.
Done.
And you arrive back in Middle Nipple, and as you get back to your house, having completely missed your shift, you notice the building next to yours, that everyone's being evicted.
So I'll just try and find one of the people, just either a passerby or someone's been evicted.
Are they
What's
are they
happening?
workers or?
Yeah, well, they're citizens. You've never really spoken to them before, but you come across one. Her name's Mary. She says, God damn it, they just kicked us out. Like, no notice, just kicked out. Apparently some agent is getting an office or some shit. But that's my house. My stuff is still in there, and they're going to blow it up in 10 minutes.
No notice at all.
None. It's just knock on the door, being evicted, agents getting an office block. Fucking
You don't seem
unbelievable.
nearly as angry with that as you should be.
If I find out who those agents are, I'm not strong enough to kill them, but I'll make it my mission in life.
Oh dear.
Storms off. Tiddles is still inside. And then the whole apartment complex just goes and collapses in on itself. And they clear the rubble away very, very quickly. It takes like 30 seconds with all their modern sci-fi machinery, and start dropping in the new office block. And kind of over the next 30 minutes, the new office block gets built. Then you get letters through your door. Your agent-appointed offices are located at the address next door in Middle Nipple.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Well, at least it will save us money on the commute.
What? We're getting things?
It does make me a bit suspicious why we're getting an office block.
okay.
Does-
Guys. We have just been in a prison breakout where we killed a man with a dildo
Aye.
after being attacked by a robot with a huge dildo.
Yeah, there
But the
does-
fact that we suddenly have office blocks next to us, this is where you're this is the bit where you're having the disconnect.
since,
Aye.
since
Really?
Aye.
when has anything good happened to us?
For one thing, the fact that we're getting office blocks implies that we're not security guards unless we're guarding our own blocks.
Well, it definitely cut down on the commute.
Like,
More
what,
time
have
for
we
gaming.
moved- have we moved to admin?
Maybe we're finally being upgraded to proper agent status.
Does it actually say anywhere what this is all about in our letters?
No, it just says your new agent, as part of your standard agent package as rank 1 agents, you have been appointed an office. And it is located at, and it gives the address next door.
Is there any sign up outside the new office to say what it is?
Yes, you have your names on the door. Like you've each got your own door on a different floor. It's a small office. It's not big.
They took it up
In
all-
fact, the footprint of the building is around a quarter of the size of the previous building. You've just got this kind of concrete base now.
We have our own offices.
Aye, and somebody who wants to now kill us. So, I remove the nameplate and write in Sharpie the usurper on the door.
What about the rest of you guys? Do you remove your nameplates?
We've got nameplates.
Yeah,
I'm keeping mine. Mine.
do that. I'm going to leave mine up because it's it's all about me.
Nameplates? I don't need no stinking nameplates. I'm keeping mine in my inside pocket.
Inside the room is a Y1 series computer, the same ones as you got before at the security place. There's a little note-keeping book, but it's like one of those big pad, like A1 pad type things that you rip the papers out. A really nice pen, a landline for that old-fashioned look, really old-fashioned style. It's actually got a rotary dial as well. A standard issue mock fireplace and a standard issue 12-inch by 10-inch window.
12-inch by 10-inch window.
Okay. When you fire your computers up, you realise actually that you haven't checked your emails in a very, very long time. Particularly you, Dale, because as you go through your old emails, you realise you were actually sent to Cleric Epic ages ago. From Lord Britain, he actually sent you a Cleric Epic for your character. You already had one now, but the one you stole. But the whole time, you actually had one.
Oh. Well, there's a nice thing. I've got 2 epics now.
You can't use both.
Just watch me.
Well, you can. It won't let you.
Don't care. I shouldn't even have. I'm gonna find
Objectively,
a
it
way.
will not let you.
He's got a spare now, so
I'm gonna have an epic in both hands. Listen, I just fucking wrestled a six-armed robot to get a massive dildo off it. Don't tell me I can't have an epic in both hands. I held an epic in both hands.
That was mostly Kevin, in fairness, with the excess.
Right? It was.
But I'm the one who got the epic.
But other than your email, the only other thing installed on it, of course, is World of Warcraft. And so you log on and you begin to play. And you spend the rest of the day playing World of Warcraft. Losing track of time, but satiating your addiction. Until eventually you realise it's time to start work and you haven't actually slept in a few days. And the question becomes, do you actually go into work or do you stay in your office?
has there been any repercussions from missing the last shift?
Not yet.
Okay, that's never a good sign when the
No.
GM says not yet.
No option of sleeping. It's either just go in the office or play.
Could we go into the office and then sleep on a shift?
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. You turn up at your security guard jobs and go into the security hut. You see a really angry looking Karen. Really angry looking Karen. Where the fuck were you yesterday? I was trying to sleep. And I had to stay awake all night because you weren't here.
That's not what we have to do on the night shift. We have to actually scour the perimeter. We shouldn't be sleeping on the job.
I do the day shift. Those guys are hardcore World of Warcraft players.
There's no sort of no sort of thought about actually doing the job.
It's just. we're hardcore world of Worldcraft players.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
The
but that-
things that we are prepared to do in order to get ourselves to a computer to play World of Worldcraft would make your toes curl.
Yeah, but they're Schadenfreude 162. I heard they're famous.
Oh, don't start that again.
We're
Oh, fuck's sake.
Schadenfreude 162. And if you ask a certain Boston penal colony, they'll tell you we can seriously fuck up anything that comes.
They got onto the computer in the prison for like 5 minutes and they made friends.
During the course of the shift, do you install the keylogger you got from a Louvital?
I forgot all about that.
I have not. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
You do get some sleep during the shift, because once Karen's asleep, you just accidentally fall asleep, even if you don't mean to, because you've been awake so long. You get woken up by your regular burger and pizza delivery guy. It brings you your normal food order and then disappears. And then you go, well, it's the day again, so do you go to sleep during the day or do you go back to your offices?
I would probably sleep for a bit at
I don't
least,
think we'll be able to keep that up for long.
and then go to my office pretending I'm going to work like a normal person, but actually I'm going to go and play World of Warcraft.
Unless we can get some drugs to keep us awake.
No.
That we could do a side mission for drugs to stay awake.
No, I'm
Do
fucking
you seriously
sleeping.
want to do that?
Well, we could play and work that way for at least for a while.
You're a fucking lunatic. We haven't slept for 4 days.
Yeah, but we're doing really well. Everything's going well. We've got offices now. I mean,
No, I've hit a wall. As soon as somebody mentioned that we haven't slept,
I suggest that this is a monumental decision about whether we should actually get some serious rest or not.
oh,
I suggest we all sleep on it and come back fresh with a
Is-
decision.
is there a kind of couch in our offices, like in a breaker room or something?
Yeah, sure.
In that case, I hop onto that couch.
Your house is next door, but okay.
Aye, but this is
Okay.
closer to the computer.
At this point, I'm prepared to sort of stretch across a fucking desk.
Does anybody actually go home then?
No.
no, it's the office.
No, it's our office.
Okay.
I think part of us is worried that if we fucking leave, it'll be somebody else's name on the door tomorrow.
No, it's more the computer's closer. So
Okay. When the night shift comes, do you presumably you're going to return to your security guard jobs, right? That's the plan, isn't it? Pick up the key
Yeah.
locker, etc.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
As you leave your offices, can you please make a perception plus observation check? Now, how
Yes.
tired are you guys in the morning? Like, do you want to take some voluntary penalty on this?
I would have probably slept through to the next
Mm.
shift, so I'd be okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Maybe a
got
small
stretched out
penalty
on the
because
desk and gotten 40 winks.
Sleep deprived for a bit.
Yeah, I'm a bit Josie.
I tell you what, though, before you decide, okay,
Well, I failed anyway, so.
okay, for the other two of you, before you decide whether you want to take excess on this,
I just
if
rolled
you
double
take-
ones.
okay, then forget it. Right, you notice that your home is no longer there.
Oh.
Your building is gone. It's just flat concrete.
Where's my fucking house?
Well, if you'd gone home
mean-
and read your post,
Did you?
Post? Didn't they send an email?
No.
Who
A
reads?
fucking text.
Who's got room to read post? It's,
I feel like fucking Cigarette Lil's just had me.
It's such a pain, though, isn't it? You got to open the envelope and tear it, and
You got to do something with the rubbish.
take it out of the envelope, unfold it. It's such a palaver. Not just a simple click and it's there.
It's
Where did all our stuff go?
I
My chainsaws were in there.
Oh, no.
You had chainsaws?
Yeah, it's a little present to myself. I was keeping them until Christmas.
My fucking rig.
it's
Well,
I go out and buy some iron brew if there is some, and some vodka, and just mix them together.
Okay, but do you turn up at all at your security card job?
yes.
Yes.
we've got
Okay, you
no
just-
now, haven't we?
Sorry?
Probably inebriated.
I didn't hear Kevin.
So we've got nowhere else to go. No, our flats have gone.
Well, you've got an office, but yes.
Yeah, but
Okay,
there's-
you turn up at work. Danny is late. I presume you're all a bit late. Danny's very
Yeah.
late and drunk when he arrives.
And we've all been in it, just
Karen is busy
ringing a bell.
cybersexing. There's L again. I can't tell because both the I, the L, the U, and the V have all worn off this keyboard, and I get them in the wrong order.
Would you
I
like me to make some
love
stickers?
You. There we go. I think I've done it now.
if you ever need somebody to show you how to do that, get your fingers running faster. Just stay. I'm your man.
Shut the fuck up, Dale.
Okay, a
I
bike
just-
courier arrives. Package signed for Kevin Bootle, Danny McGee, Dale Reagan.
I'll sign for it.
This
I
better
love you.
be fucking hoose. Another hoose for us.
Hold on, wait, stop moving the fucking thing so I can sign it.
Give it to Kevin, you're too drunk.
I'm just shush, right. Hold
can't-
on, by the
Oh.
time I'm finished signing, I'll probably sober up.
And a
flipping
Karen
signature.
Mellon drama as well. Okay, there you go. Gets Karen to sign her one. There you go.
You know how you keep writing that signature? Are you sure you're spelling your name right?
Don't give him ideas.
I'm just signing it properly. I use my Sunday name for all my signatures.
Whatever that means. Okay.
Anyway, give me a parcel, mate.
It does so. It tosses you a parcel. You open it up. Inside,
Right.
there are 3 key cards
Okay.
for Larger Nipple Spire.
Ooh.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey guys, says Karen. I just got a parcel for Larger Nipple Spire.
We won the fucking lottery!
Yeah. We must have.
Party!
No, I got a key card for
Party.
Larger Nipple Spire. I don't know what you got. Look.
We
It's
did
Nick
as
Mike.
well,
What do you
motherfucker!
You're shitting me.
No.
I start like taking Dale and like bouncing him up and down, you know, like sort of lads football, like hey.
Ken, what this is, Hen? This is fucking recognition that we fucking rock, and you know why? Because we're the real fucking deal. We're the real Schadenfreude, and we fucking rock.
Oh, can I ask a quick question? Does anyone actually play the lottery?
That's what makes the win all the fucking better.
It's
We won the
No.
lottery without fucking playing it.
who fucking you're 5,000 times more likely to be struck by fucking lightning, Kevin. For fuck's sake, everybody knows that.
Look, we've managed to prove that we've proved it. We have proved it. We have made the ultimate marketing campaign. So we have.
Celebrate! Hey!
We've proved that it's more likely for 3 people to win the lottery without playing it than it is for one man to get shot in the ass by an extending dildo.
Okay.
I take my trousers down and like wave my bum in front of a security camera.
I've started to feel queasy.
No one's watching the security camera because it's
No,
meant
but
to be you
obviously I'm
guys.
yeah, but I'm drunk, so obviously that doesn't quite go through my head properly.
Yeah, but that means that
Karen's too busy slowly typing.
you've just flashed at Karen.
No, she's slowly typing "I love you" in World of Worldcraft. She occasionally types "yeah."
I sort of reach over and say, "I love you too."
Now, Danny, do you remember at all to remove the keylogger during this night?
I would say probably.
Or do you just log on to World of Warcraft?
I actually don't know because he is quite drunk.
I am perfectly fine.
You've never been perfectly fine.
I mean, I could do a percentile or something.
I am completely and utterly in control of my.
Bowels.
Excuse me, I need a bathroom. Right.
Well, at least he's out the fridge.
That's where I was gone. I thought that was the bathroom.
Has Becky rolled something inconspicuous?
Yeah, she's got that. She's got that. You haven't fucking seen what I've just rolled, Luke.
Yeah, we're in trouble now.
Okay, so what do you do with the computer?
Well, like I said, he is quite drunk, and he's just realised that he's got a fancy ass new house. So he'll probably. Well, my original thought was he would go out and get nice booze. Or he would sit down and play World of Warcraft. So probably he would go out and get some booze, come back, sit down, play World of Warcraft because he'd forgotten about the key card or something.
Okay, so do you all log on that night?
Of course we're logging on. We're gonna fucking do the
Kick their
fucking
asses.
kick ass and take names and fucking list it all.
After the shift, you go home, you sleep to your spire home.
Yeah.
It is a small spire apartment. It's
Don't care.
got
That's-
basic furnishings, which you can upgrade if you so desire, but that is what it has come with. It is, as I say, in larger nipple. You have to commute a little bit further to work. But it also has a garage. And in that garage is literally no vehicle whatsoever.
Shh. They've got a camouflage car in here. It's one of those invisible ones.
Now the garage
Watch
is
where
down
you're
on the ground floor.
stepping because you might bump into it.
The garage is down on the ground floor, and you have to summon it, and a robot goes and fetches it because, like, it's all kept underground, and like you summon your vehicle, and there's literally nothing in there. You know. Nonetheless, you
upgraded
have
the
garage
car.
storage. But yeah, it's a nice spire apartment interior, fake windows. You know, yeah. Well, you know, they've got screens. It's the same 40 images in every interior spire apartment, but, you know, it's not. You've not got an exterior view, I'm sorry. You're on floor 35 out of a couple of thousand.
Ooh.
You know, 7,000 or 8,000 or something like that.
That's all right. We're on our way to the top.
You sleep off your hangovers. You return to the work the next day. Karen is crying.
What's the matter with you?
What's up?
You just got a nice fancy apartment.
So someone's taken all of my stuff in World of Worldcraft, and when hang on, what's his name? When Brash saw that I wasn't wearing the things he'd given me, he dumped me.
Well, that's
Oh.
not nice.
That's really harsh. I think the person responsible is an absolute dog. And
Aye. But this,
what we'll do is, once our shift is over, what we'll do is you get yourself a good night's sleep, and we'll go on there and we'll see if we can find the perpetrators for you. Seems the least we can do. And we'll get all your stuff back,
aye,
and we'll try and make things right between you and Brash.
aye. But
Your guild ranking is, oh, by the way, dropped out of the top 100.
Fucking bastards.
Why?
to get the fuck on there.
In fact, you're not even in the top 1,000.
Aye.
No, we need to spend some serious time on this.
Okay, you log in. Danny, Dale, your accounts have been emptied. Kevin, you have a message from Iluvatar. Thanks for all of the passwords. This is amazing.
Fuck you, Kevin. You and that fucking weirdo elf
Right,
trying to get all up in your chest and your wee titties.
right.
Oh, it's got the keylogger on the system.
I think they made a movie about this a few years ago. Yeah, we need to talk about Kevin.
So, like, what you up to tonight? You wanna fuck?
It's Japan, right?
No, we
Aye.
can do it digitally.
You're gonna fuck her until you get our stuff back. Is
Yes.
what you're gonna do.
Yes, and I don't care if you fall asleep on the job. Find a way.
How much? What did you lose?
Everything.
Look, I have nothing.
Have I lost anything?
No.
Oh, yes.
Right, that's not fucking suspicious.
Well, you know, you can't take the heat. Yes, I'll try and
Right.
get it back for you. Oh, that's nicely.
I'll have you reminded that I can kick you out of this guild any fucking time, Mr. Bootsel.
I feel dejected. Although that might be the hangover.
What'd you do, Kevin?
I'm going to have to try and get the stuff back for him. It's not much of a guild if I'm the only one doing things.
Woe is me.
So how do you do it?
That must be the hangover. Yeah, I'll chat to her a bit and sort of like set the situation up, sort of like, we need this stuff back and stuff. And then,
Oh, some of your friends, were they?
yeah, we're in the same guild. We are in a bit of trouble, actually.
Oh.
Someone's taken our guild back, but
Right.
we're working
Yeah.
hard to get it back.
Okay, so you want to fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You are going to need to make a roll.
Oh, in
Well, if there is this
Osric now.
No. Incorporation. Arts and culture plus presence. And if you pass this, you give good cybersex and she's satisfied.
That's not going to happen. Oh, it's possible, I suppose, mathematically. And it didn't happen.
Oh, come on, Kelrick. I'm so fucking bored of this. When you come to Japan and do me properly, then maybe I'll give you your stuff back to your mates.
I'm going to miss my shift if I do that. Oh, can you two cover for me?
No.
You don't get your stuff back then. You got to cover for me if I'm going away to Japan. It's going to take time. I probably won't be there long, obviously. But it's going to take time.
Okay, but you fucking owe us.
Karen, meanwhile, says, seriously, do you not know how to cybersex?
He doesn't.
I have as much clue as the next person. Unfortunately, that's you.
I know how to cybersex.
I tell you what, while I'm gone, you could ask Danny how to use a keyboard.
Sorry, what? Say again?
While I'm gone, you could ask Danny how to use a keyboard.
Are you kidding? I'm amazing at... I know how to press the right buttons.
Perhaps you could stand in for me then.
It'll cost you.
Or we're getting your stuff back.
I haven't lost any. Oh yeah, I have.
Kevin?
No, no. It'll cost you. It'll cost you proper.
Proper what? Real cash?
I need a favour doing.
Oh, fuckle
Favour?
doodle do.
I need you
You got Brash knocked off.
to put something in Brash's codpiece, his Panzerpanzer. Something that'll give him a rash. You do that, and I will do the cybersex for you with this Louvetar.
Okay.
So, right, Kevin, you're going to Japan. Danny, we could go back to Boston. I'm sure there's enough of Lil left. That could easily give him a rash. He could be glad all over.
We could easily just go to a pharmacist and get something that would cause a rash if he's allergic to anything.
Yeah, look it up online. Get something.
Yeah, go to an EI pharmacist, they'll sort you out.
Hey.
Something for a rash around the genitals.
Hey. Hey, eczema or something. Easy.
And with
Poison ivy?
that, we will end tonight's session. And next week, join us as the players head off to Team America to give Brash a rash. Thank you for watching, Steve, and staying with us.
Thank you,
We'll see you
Steve.
next Monday.
Catch you soon,
Bye-bye.
mate. See you later.
See you
Bye.
Bye.